Okay, now I remember. That's like, okay, um, okay, hey y'all. This is the second attempt at today's story time. So that's why I chimed in like y'all just is here, whatever. But anyway, I digress. Um, this shit driving me crazy. Keep falling out my fucking window, dog. Like, today I'm seeing all this little small shit that fucks with me the most. Like, I just killed this big ass spider that was sitting on the side of my motherfucking house for like 2-3 days, and that bitch looked poisonous. That bitch looked like she gonna motherfucking kill 3-4 human beings if you touch her. And she had 2 little sacks like on the thing. Oh no, you not about to breed no killers around here, baby. You not about to have your killer spider babies around here. So, it kind of made me cringe, but I was in there whacking. I killed her, and, I kind of like, stuff buried them egg sacks or whatever. I hope, they don't remember me for murdering their mama and come back and get me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pray for me or whatever. Fuck them spiders. Y'all, I had a kitten. Follow me home. Follow me home. Let me pick her up. Let me bring her in the house. All that. Try to put her out 3 times. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going for it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about how I had 2 daddies up until 26. Okay? Not 2 fathers. Alright. So, as an adolescent or whatever, young child, my mom was a single mother, for the most part, predominantly, my childhood, my mom was a single mother, and if she was with somebody, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't one of our fathers. I have 3 other siblings or whatever, and everybody has a different daddy except 2. So two of my siblings had the same father, and then everybody else has a different father. I digress. So what happened was, I just recall, when the father thing, or when it came, important to me, and I'm showing emotion about the lack thereof of a father or whatever. So, I can't remember if I'm on some shit like, I want to meet my daddy or whatever, but I just remember this time frame, like, I was just really emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just really fucking emotional. I was missing something. I needed a void filled. I just remember feeling that. And this is around the time my mom starts, like, talking about who my dad is. I'm getting this story about some dreadhead dude that didn't play about me. Then I'm getting this story about some nerd-ass dude that said I was too pretty to be his baby. You know what I'm saying? So, who we visited? Because she took me to see somebody. And I'm thinking at the time it was the dreadhead dude. I don't really recall if I seen him or not. I feel like 9 times out of 10, she just drove to an area and went there, I don't know, to make me feel better. Because by the end of the motherfucking day, she was giving me a glass of wine and telling me I could lay with her. It started early. Oh, Lord. Okay, so this ain't a drink, y'all. Y'all believe me? Okay, so I'm going to fast forward to a few years, after that or whatever. I ain't had... The only man that was predominant in my life at the time, or, after this particular incident or whatever, are the men that she's dealing with. And they not predominant in my life. These niggas is in the room. They in and out the house. They arguing, they fussing. These niggas don't give a fuck about teaching me how to tie my shoes, showing me how to do my homework or none of that shit. Like, these not these type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to fast forward to goddamn around 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? We with Mom. We in a new location. Besides the place that I was crying, all in my adolescent feelings or whatever. And I'm about 13. I'm about 13, 14 at this time. 12 or 13. Somewhere around there. 12 to 14. Let's just say that. And we get this letter in the mail from Department of Social Services. I don't know what it is for y'all or whatever, but we get this letter in the mail, and it's basically this guy. I don't know at the time that it's the nerd dude she told me about. Now, the difference between them two is my mom was dealing with them on and off, or one was like the rebound or the void filler for another nigga. The other nigga, the dreadhead, was older than my mom and I guess more aggressive in being with her opposed to her making her own choice and then growing as a relationship. She didn't really like the nerd nigga. It was a homeboy of her brother's, and she wanted to go to some concert, and he offered to pay for it, but they end up, talking and, going further or whatever. To the point where they had a baby. Like, she was supposed to have a son and lost it and had me. This story all over the place, and that's only because that's how the fuck I got it. And I ain't found out who daddy was until, let's just say until for right now. So the letter come, and they basically saying, long story short, y'all can make the decision to contact him, but it's against the law. We can't send out your information, your address. So here's all his information. If you choose to interact, or whatever, you can. That's on you. So I start calling, and I can't say what his stories are fake, but it ain't too much reminiscing. Like, I'm an adolescent. I'm not retarded. You know what I'm saying? So I know I ain't seen you. You know what I'm saying? The last time I know I seen you, you was sliding in and out my mama's bedroom trying to get some pussy to my hey little girl. I probably was 3-4. So nigga, at 14, 15, you want to be daddy all of a sudden, like, okay, it's cool. Like, at the time, it was all right for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I think checks had just started coming through for my sister and brothers, them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just had more interaction, or their fathers had more concern. You know what I'm saying? More of a want to try to be a father. Now, my mama didn't pursue or wasn't with them, but, like, you knew that they fathers was active at some point in their life. I'm always getting this fucking story. Like, that's how my father was always this story time about what she went through and what she did with him. So, goddamn, I started calling the man or whatever. He started coming and get me on the weekends or whatever. But he's so obsessed with my mom that he only getting me so he can know what the fuck going on in the house if my mama with anybody, you know what I'm saying, to look at me and I guess, see my mama or whatever. But he got crazy. I'd say about 15, maybe like 2 or 3 years in, I went to his fucking house. Like, I was already staying the night and shit, but, this one of the times staying the night. He got mad about something, put me out his house, and, pulled a machete on me. It was, like, threatening to hit me with a machete and all type of shit. Like, crazy shit. So my mama came and got me, went the fuck off, all this other shit. And for a minute, that was, like, the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, our relationship turned into, like, phone shit. So I had went to foster care a few years later or whatever, and he used to make all these fucking promises about coming to getting me out of foster care, showing me a better life, this and that, just a whole bunch of motherfucking cap ass shit. I probably ain't see the man again until like 17, 18. No, I don't really believe that I saw him then. I feel like yeah, I ain't see him then. I came back, and what happened was, so now we fast forward, and I'm at 17, 18 now. I'm staying with a homegirl. I'm no longer in my mom's house or whatever. I'm staying with a homegirl, but it's like right around the corner from mama's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and homegirl fall out, her family started tripping. I'm going home, type shit. But this is where I was. So, and I always dealt with older men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never wanted to teach a boy how to be a man. I never really was interested into niggas in my age range, in my school or whatever. And for whatever reason, older men was into me. I ain't had no father figure, y'all, so, y'all can pat me on the hand and tell me about, whatever some of my issues that came from, lack of a daddy and all this other shit. Being with an older man, that's a daddy fixation. Call it what the fuck you want to, but this is just what the fuck it is. So the man, I know he a strong decade older than me. A strong. You know what I'm saying? He was lying about his age too, so that's not the fucking point here, okay? So fuck out. So my father called, I'm 17, 18, and he calls me, he's still doing the play phone daddy shit. And he calls me like, yeah, okay, so we gonna go and sit down and have a dinner, you know what I'm saying? We ain't seen each other in a while. We used to do that. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't spend the weekend, we'll have a dinner, you know what I'm saying? He'll take me shopping, like, we'll have outings, you know what I'm saying? We'll meet, we'll try to develop a bond. So, goddamn, I ain't go. What happened was the nigga had, he was trying to plan to put this shit together or whatever, and, let me see where my cat at. He was trying to put this shit together, and he said to me, wear some glasses. What? He said, wear some glasses, y'all. And he said, I think he said, dress in a skirt or something. Dress in a skirt, like wear a dress, a skirt, or some shit like that. And some glasses. And I had glasses, had been prescribed glasses. So that was the first weirdness or crazy shit to me. I'm like, what? Like, why is this man telling me how to get dressed for a daddy-daughter sit-down? And it's not like, oh, wear elegant shit because we going to a 5-star restaurant. It's not like, oh, wear casual shit because we going to have a picnic. It's like, oh, wear some glasses, a skirt or something or that. Something. It was something of a garment, something of a female garment that I was supposed to wear or have on, along with the glasses. Now, I always had this little thing that he was obsessed with my mama, regardless if she was pursuing, trying to be a part of or not. What do you want? And so I'm like, I asked the older nigga I'm dealing with, I'm like, how I'm supposed to feel about this? Because I'm creeped out. And, I had a trigger warning, but, I'm an adolescent who hadn't dealt with rape and, all that other crazy ass shit. So, for my dad to be sitting on the phone talking about wear some glasses and a certain skirt or some shit. And he said something about my mama, like, look like my mama, you know what I'm saying, because I'm my mama twin or some shit like that. And that just didn't sit right with me. I didn't know how to explain it at the time. It just made me feel real. You know what I'm saying? So I asked this older nigga, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I need to do? Like, how do I go about this? Like, I always wanted a relationship with my father, and I always felt like that'll make me a better person, and, it'll help me learn how to have better, more healthier relationships. So I always, even now, you know what I'm saying? I always been privy on it. I don't think it's an age bracket to have a fucking concerned parent. I digress. So, the man like either you don't motherfucking go, or go and don't wear that shit, but address it. You know what I'm saying? Tell him, like, you're my father, bruh. You're not about to sit across the table from me and think about all the fucking positions that you done fucking put my mama in and how much she turned you on. Oh, you're not about to sit across the table from me and ask me who she with and do I hear her in the room with niggas. And like, get a life together. And remind you, this man married. This man been married since, according to my mama, goddamn, after I hit 3, 4, 5, maybe before that. But he been with a bitch then. Man married a motherfucking... He married outside his race. Okay? And had been married to this lady, still married to this lady for over 10 years. But bruh, the nigga was a pervert. Like, he always was in traffic, so ain't somebody looking at him saying slick shit like, all right now, you know? And not like, his mouth was reckless. So, I ain't go. Like, y'all probably could have figured that. I ain't fucking go. The last time I seen this man was a year ago. And he came up around, start recommunicating with me. Of course, I'm allowing him in because my numbers ain't the same all these years, y'all. I ain't got the same location address. And I done been across city limits, out here hoeing and rapping and selling shit, all type of shit. So, of course I'm allowing him in. But he come around for my birthday and, sitting out there with the daddy shit. But at the time, I'm relevant. I'm in the limelight of the music career or whatever. And so he just trying to get on, telling people he DJ and shit. He scratching shit. He came to my house about once or twice. I think he saw my daughter when she was 2 or 3. And he kept begging to see her here. But every time he would come, he was around. I guess it just wasn't really meant for it because I always was like, I really didn't want my baby sitting in laps of hugging and kissing no fucking man that was inconsistent. Like, I don't give a fuck what your title is. Daddy, granddaddy, whatever. You inconsistent, you're not going to be in my daughter's life. She's a lady. She's a woman. I mean, she's a girl growing to be, and I know what that shit do to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nah, I'm not playing them type of games. Y'all, so let's fast forward. I am now 26, right? Not right now, presently. I'm not 26 now. I look like it. Thank you. I'm at the time. I'm 26 years old. And I think I'm venting about something he said or did to my mom or whatever. Or, maybe just emotional about, having a father and all this other shit. So, she goes, well, I never had a DNA test. So I don't know if that bitch ass nigga, the nerd, I don't know if that bitch ass nigga your daddy or not. And the other one was a dreadhead. But, dreadhead, he just was so adamant that you was his. And, the grandparents, all the family love you. And at the drop of a dime, they just going to be so ready. Like, I feel like she liked, or lusted for the nigga in the dreads so much more than the nigga who was supposed to be or being carded as my dad so fucking long. You know what I'm saying? But she always uplifted him, what he had going on, his lifestyle, and she always put it on some fucking pedestal, forgetting that this bitch ass nigga hadn't been here. I don't give a fuck how much of a killer, assassin, robber, still a goddamn millionaire this nigga is. He not here. He not here for me. Like, why? What the fuck I look like sitting on the phone with you cooing and crying about this nigga that's supposed to be my daddy? And he never did shit for me. Supposedly he watching me in the cut. Supposedly I'm protected for life. How the fuck I know that? And that's weird. I don't want nobody watching me from over here, bitch, and you ain't man enough to shake my hand, meet me, or goddamn introduce yourself to my daughter. Like, the fuck? I don't know where motherfucking niggas learn parenting a father at, but niggas got me fucked up. So, but Leona, shit. She on the phone, and she just, like, well, I ain't had no motherfucking DNA test on shit. You mad? Am I mad, bitch? I'm disappointed. I'm distraught. I'm at a loss of words. I don't know where I came from. At this point, y'all stole me from the hospital because what the fuck? What the fuck? And, like, this my whole life. Like, I am now in my 30s, y'all. I'm 31. Let's go ahead and get that out there. I'm now in my 30s. I still don't know who my daddy is. Let's just put it out there. Because that's why I said until I still don't know who he is. A lot of people look for personality traits and physical traits. The dreadhead dude, I don't think I look nothing like. Maybe my personality, based on what she said. The nerd dude, I don't feel like I look like him either. And at this point, with all the different stories I done got and what really happened and what didn't really fucking happen, I don't think they might be an option. Like, I don't know who my daddy is, y'all. I done thought about this shit 17 different ways. It's just for me, it's is you mad? Is you upset At 26 years old, I done sat in the lap of 2 men. I've been introduced to, sat and talked with 2 men. Both of these men supposed to be my daddy. You tell me at 26, bro, I had my daughter at 22, 23. That mean my baby walking around me. I don't want to be introduced, intertwined, and in the midst of nobody family members that ain't mine. Like, I'm a casual person. I'm a cool person. Yeah, we can talk to people. Yeah, we can got whatever. But my baby not about to be in the face of cooing and developing respect and a bond with a nigga that's not even attached to me for real. Like, for real. Nah. DNA test as an adult and all that other shit. Like, you ain't got Maury, Steve Wilkos and all that other shit. That shit costs money. And these niggas got to have a warrant. You know what I'm saying? So I need this nigga address and this nigga address. And them to piss on the sticker, whatever they got to do, swallow their mouth, whatever the fuck they got to do. Like, that's what I need. But now, at this point in life, how do I feel about it? When I'm frustrated with my significant other, or, you know, I'm at a standstill in life, you know, emotionally, or like with something that could have been different with the attachment of having a father figure around. You know, I reach out, I'm concerned, I think about it. But, yeah, I don't got no daddy. My daddy is Jesus. God is my daddy. Okay, that's my father. Call my mama Leona. Call my mama Leona. They acting up because of my cat, y'all. See my cat? Look. She followed me home. And I got 2 dogs, but she don't give a fuck. She just sit on the porch and, like, fuck with them. And I just presently start putting them on the leash because they act out. They be out in this neighborhood trying to run the city and shit. She just ran in the house. But yeah, y'all, so that's my story for the day. I did say I was going to talk about something different, but we already done hit 22 minutes or whatever. And I'll talk about my next thing was going to be the first time I fought at a performance. At a performance that I had. That it was either that or working at a circus with a crackhead. Like, and the crackhead was my supervisor type over the shit. But I digress. Y'all, thank you for tuning in. Please look, like, and subscribe, because I don't know if y'all know or not, but if you don't look at a certain amount of the video, it don't count as a view. Please comment, all that, and subscribe. Like, fuck with me now. Later, it's too late. Queen K signing out, y'all.